Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hello, my friends. Hello. Good morning, traders. The Believer. Thank you, Andrew. Jade. Essie, good morning. Rams. Hello, Rammers. Ange, good morning. It's another day. It is Wednesday. Richard, John Wheat, Adrian, KK, Dennis Epperly. Good morning over there. Zen Method, yes, that a boy, Zen. Thank you so much, my good man. The first heart of the day. We got the hearts on the board, you see at the bottom. You got to hit that send button, hit that first goal. Let's go, Rasmus World. Join the fan club right here. Let's go, let's go. Christopher Miller, user, Stevie B, Kevin Mahan. It is another day in the markets. We did have a novice gap earlier. We were up here, and then we came back down. Yes, Faraz, good morning to you. Faraz is a new VIPer. Last night was his first VIP training. Michelle, my bell. Whoa, we got a lot of them. Michelle. Boom. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle, I will do that today, I promise, on here. So you can pin occasionally. Good morning, everybody. Be like Michelle. Be like Zen Method. Yes, it is. And congratulations to all our new VIP members. Congratulations to all our new VIP. Yes. Zen Method. Trey Mister, thank you. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, JJ Challenger. How are you? Are we ready, my beauties? Are we ready to get started? Good morning. It is Wednesday. All that we ask that you do is tap the screen, share the live, repost the live, and donate if and when you can. Let's get to work. This is our whip zone on the market. The market is neutral today, everybody. Neutral. I believe we got a Fed day today. Neutral here on the market. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. Thank you, Zed, Mr. Dave. Zed and Mr. Dave. Yes, it is. Thank you so much. We got the diamonds. We got the diamonds, everybody, on the board. We're in the whip zone in this neutral state here this morning. Got a double bottom down there on the SPY that we have to watch out for, okay? We're going to go over that right now. All right, here we go. Neutral, whip zone. Under 670.43, we have room down into the support area of 669. As we start coming down into this level, we got support, okay? This will be a demand area. And back over 672. Watch that pivot right here, okay? 672. We got a pivot, 672. You want to get over that 672 pivot, and then you got room up to 675 this morning on the SPY. All right? Good morning. Good morning, Shelly Stringer. How are yous? We got some diamonds off the board. Who do we got? Zen, Mr. Dave. Boom! Thank you for those beautiful diamonds, everybody. The Qs. We did a lot of training in the VIP last night. A lot of training. Went over a lot. All right, here we go on the Qs. We are narrow. We are in position 1 to the upside on those Qs, okay? Traders, please know where your support and resistance levels are at all times, okay? Don't trade blindly. Don't gamble. Don't guess. You must be an educated trader. It's so important. Right now, we got room up to 605.50. Watch the pivot here at 604.50, okay? Just watch that pivot here at 604.50. Under 602.42, we got a clearing down to $600 here on the Qs on this beautiful, beautiful morning. If you want to know what's on watch, you got to be in the VIP. We post them every morning in the VIP chat. As we head over now to the vids of Nvidia. Right now on Nvidia, we are in a neutral state. We're in the whip zone here on Nvidia. Always remember, traders, some of our best plays come out of that whip zone. All right, on the vid or viddies. Above 183, my beauties, we have room up to 185. 185 will be your first stop of resistance here on Nvidia. Back under 180, 180, we got room down on 180 here on Nvidia. Coming out of that whip zone, yes it is. Shelly Stringer, thank you so much. Shelly! Boom! With the third diamond. Thank you, my beautiful Shelly. I appreciate you. I hope your St. Patrick's Day was glorious. Let's go, everybody. The donuts are on the board as we head over to a IWM. Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Manny. KK, Anthony Hernandez, good morning. Make sure we're tapping over there, DW, okay? Make sure we're hitting that thumbs up. Right now, we're in a narrow state on IWM. We're in a bearish position to the downside. We're under that 5-minute 200 currently right now to the downside. So that, but you got an hourly 20 right there. There she blows. Don't you hate when that happens, everybody? Don't you hate that? All right, here we go. We are narrow. We are down here in this bearish position. Boom, 20 right there, 249. 249, mark that area out here on IWM. Under 249 with a retest, you have room down to 240. Keep an eye on this. This is Zeus. You won't hit that today, but that's Zeus down there at 240, all right? Back over 249 with a retest. You'll have room to the bottom of the whip zone there at 250, 250. But we know, my beauties, we have to get over 250.44. 250.44 is going to be your level you have to get over for a long, and then you'll have room up to 252. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Kenny. How are you guys? Apple. Right now, we're at 20,000 taps. We got to tap harder, guys. Let's go faster, faster, faster. Tap, 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 tap. You know what to do. All right, here we go on Apple. Narrow state on Apple currently. All right, in the whip zone. Yo. What we're doing for anyone who's new here, we're putting in our major support and resistance levels. These are the white lines that you see going up the board currently, okay? Above 254.60, we got room up to 256. 256 will be your first stop here on Apple. Back under the whip zone of 253, we got a triple bottom right there at 252. 252 here on our execution time frame, okay? Under 252 with that glorious retest. Under that triple bottom, you'll have room down to 250. Microsoft. Why don't you know, Jerson Pina? How come you don't know? Because you don't know how to trade. That's why you don't know where you should get in. All right, here we go in a neutral state on Microsoft, position 1 to the downside. Currently trading into that 5-minute 200. That's never a good thing. So make sure you mark that level down. All right, here we go. Above $400 on Microsoft. Got to get over the whip zone. You'll have room up to 402 and 403. To the downside, we have room down to 394 on Microsoft. Good morning, Tommy Bautista. You're welcome, Rosie. Good to see you. User AB, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Meta for my bill. Here we go on Meta. We are in a neutral state, bearish position on the Meta Roonies. All right, as we pull this back to the execution time frame, back over 626.26, you got room up to 637.50 and 638 here on Meta. Currently position 2, you got room down to 609 on Meta. You are in a neutral state on Meta. You're starting to get a little wide here on Meta. Hello, Lino Rocha. M. Fro with the follow. Hello, pimp. How are you? Uber. All right, right now we are narrow on Uber. Uber is narrow. We got some donuts on the board. Let's start hitting those donuts, my beauties. All right, we got room down to $76 here on Uber. $76. Back over 78.66. You got room up to 79 and 79.68 on Uber. Thank you, Trap, for the follow. Good morning, Vanna. Good to see you. Garth, thank you. Celine, thank you for the follow. Heck, what's up, Heck? Chevron. All right, a little bit here on the Chevron. We're in a neutral state on Chevron, okay? We are in position 1 to the downside. All right, currently right now we are in a neutral state. You're in position 2. You got room down to 192, traders. 192 on Chevron will be your first stop here. And then 191. As we can see here, this is a support right in here, so do not short into that. That is where your buyers are going to gain size. You don't want to be part of that. Back over 199.10. We're going to watch that 200 level right there. Then you got room up to 201 here on the old Chevron. The Chevron. Thank you, Miss Shelley. Zed Method. Stevie B. Mike S. Shelley Stringer with the money gun. Boom. Bill Boyle, thank you. I appreciate you. Powder, I love you. Thank you. That's a buy big one. That is a buy big one. What does that mean? A buy big one. All right, currently we are in a neutral state over here on coin. Doesn't look too good today on coin. We're going to pull this back. I took this long to the upside yesterday. Got in right about here, got out right about there. That was my long for coin to the upside. Got over $1.20 per share on that beauty to the upside, everybody. It was one of those that were on watch in the VIP. Multiple VIP traders also took that trade. All right, as we pull this back on coin, we are bullish neutral and we are bearish position. You got room down to 203.50, 203 area, but your state is all jacked up here. Back over 212, you have room up to 217. I will be leaving coin alone for at least first 20 minutes of the day. Let's go, my beauties. Christopher Shelley. What else are we looking at, my beauties? What else? Pootie, thank you for the follow, Pootie. I appreciate you. MU. So this is what we got on MU. We're in this neutral state to the upside, all right? It's not quite the novice gap. We want that to be higher, so I'm not going to touch this one. And it's over $400-something, so I'm not going to trade it. But as we pull this back here, okay, what we know on MU is I'm not touching this anywhere to the upside or downside. If you really want to, if you really want to trade this, hold on. Let me pull this back. I mean, you got this wick here. There's really no entry on MU. There's really no entry. Your state is neutral here. You're in this position. This is going to be choppy, whippy. I would just leave this alone, especially today with Fed Day, okay? Tesla. You're going to struggle on follow through before 2 o'clock today. So just make sure you take your risk to rewards and get out. Don't push the levels today, okay? All right, here we go on Tesla. Right now on Tesla, back over $400. You don't want to trade right into 400. You're not going to go anywhere, traders. You got a double top up there. You're not going to go anywhere. So let's get over 400 with a retest for a move up to 406, okay? Back under 397, get under that whole number. You'll have room down to 390 and 386 on Tesla. Yo, Pops, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you, Yo Pops. MNQ. All right, here we go. MNQ back over 25,060 over the whole number. You'll have room up to 25,114 here on MNQ. Back under 24,934.79. You'll have room down into that support area of 24,814.50. As you start coming down into this area here, we got a lot of support here. A lot of support here, so mark those levels down. AMD. All right, on AMD, currently we are in a neutral state. Yes, it is here on AMD. You're in the whip zone in a bearish neutral state. As we pull this back, let's see on AMD, back over 197. Get over 197, you got room up to 199. Here on AMD. Under 195.98, you have room down to 192 here on AMD. Good morning, adorable. How are you? Good to see you. Lozano, thank you for the follow, Lozano. OKLO. Narrow state bearish position here on OKLO. Be careful with that 5-minute granddaddy right there, okay? You're flirting with that sucker right now. We never want to flirt with the granddaddy of them all, okay? So as we pull this back right now, above 59.81, watch the $60 area, you'll have room up to 60.50. Currently, right now, you have room in that narrow state down to $58. Back over $62, you got to get over that whole number, retest it, hold that whole number, and then you have room up to $64 this morning here on OKLO, my beauties. Mr. Triangle, how are you? SPY. Right now here on SPY, we are in a neutral state. The market is neutral. Let's finish those roses, my beauties. Come on now. We are in a neutral state. You are way down here in this bearish position now on this market. You have room down to 662. 662 will be your next level. Back over 669 here on this market with a retest. You'll have room up to 670, 50, 671 area. Good, Mr. Triangle. Bruce Skywalker. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Bruce Skywalker. XOM. XOM currently we are narrow. Yes, it is. Here on XOM. All right, on XOM under 158.67, you have room down to 157.81. 158 area will be your first level of support here on XOM, and then 154 to the downside. Back over 159.50, you got room up to 160.50 on XOM. Let's go, let's go. Bruce, thank you, my Bruce. I appreciate it. The Qs. All right now on the Qs, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 2. You got room down to $600. $600 is major support, major psychological support. Last time you came down here, whammo! Holy moly, Batman. So watch that 600 level on the Qs, okay? Watch that 600 level. Right now, your 50% retracement level will be up here into this resistance area, 603. Chalet, my stringer. Yes, it is. We got to finish these donuts. I don't want to have to ask, guys. These are the goals that they need us to hit. I need you to hit them, all right? Clipper God, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. ASTS, you got it. All right, here we go. ASTS. Don't forget, we got super chats over there on the tubes. We are in a neutral ASTS narrow state. Position 2 to the downside here on ASTS. All right, as we pull this back, Mr. Challenger, you got room down to $90. Right there, Mr. Challenger, is $90. That is major support here. Right there. Mark that down. Jay Dobbins with the $2 super. Back over 96.50. Thank you, Mr. Dobbins. Above 96.50. We got room up to 107 on ASTS. 107. As always, traders, remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. And you must trade at your own risk. Yes, it is. The VIP is open. This is our VIP education community. You are going to head over to thevosstrading.com or click the LINK in the BIO. This is where we're going to teach you how to be a professional trader. Right now, most traders are gamblers. They really don't know what they're doing. They're just hoping for the best. And every month you're red. We're going to clean this up for you, and we're going to start getting you towards green months consistently. You need to be consistent and start hitting those green months. If you have any questions about the VIP, ask the chat. A lot of VIP traders in here. They love the VIP. Do we love the VIP, my beauties? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Do we love our VIP? We got a lot of let them cooks. Let's hammer them. Google. All right, Google currently right now, we're in a neutral state. We're starting to get a little wide. Last night on the training, I told you we needed a pullback on Google, which you're getting at this moment right now. I mean, it's just, duh. You need the pullback on this. As we pull this back here, Google's a little spready and a little chap right now. So I want you to It doesn't have a direction it truly wants to go in at the moment, so just be careful on this. As we pull this back on the Googaroonies, under 306.98, you do have room down to 305. The problem is the state of your stock, okay? Your state is all messed up here to the upside and to the downside. So I will be leaving Google alone for a good 20 minutes until the state of this can get itself together. And it will. It will. JPM, Gurpreet Bhujan. All right, on JPM, we are in a neutral state. Yes, it is. Bearish position here on JPM as we come down the board. Our next level of support on JPM will be 283.50. 283.50 will be our next level of support here. We're going to mark this out for you, okay? Pull this back right here. As you can see, to the downside, 283.50 will be your first stop on this. Under 283.50, you do have room down to 281. So mark that down as well. Back over 287.56, my beauties, you will have room up to that resistance area of 292. Now, what you need to know as you come up to this level, this is going to be a major support area, major supply area for our shorters to hammer that to the downside, okay? Lebanese, hello, Zen, Papa Yoda. Hi, I'm your best friend. Good to see you. Bada and Shelly Stringer. INTC. INTC, currently we are in a neutral state here. As we pull this back, you're in position 1 in that neutral state on Intel. You got 2 granddaddies up there just lurking, so watch out. Oh, you got 3 granddaddies up there now. Holy moly. All right, let's see. Yabba dabba doo. Let's see what we got here, my beauties. Back over 44.50. Bam! You have room up to $46. Hold number and 3 granddaddies of them all sitting right here. This is a major shorting opportunity at $46. Hello, Chris Schmidt. Good to see you. All right. Not financial investment or tax advice, just common sense. Back under $43.93, you have room down to $43 and $42 this morning on INTC. Thank you, King Cobra, for the follow. Hakeem Sherzad wants a little Microsoft. Then we're going to do a little PLTR over there for the tubers. Right now, you are in a neutral state on Microsoft. Bearish position. You got room down to $394 on Microsoft this very fine morning. Back over $400. You got to get over the whole number. You'll have room up to 402 and 403 on Microsoft. Good morning, John. Good to see you. SoFi. Look at those levels from yesterday on SoFi. Wham, wham, pause, wham. I mean, do we love this game or do we love this game? Do we love this game? We are in on SoFi, a narrow state. You are in the whip zone currently on SoFi this morning. Is this 3? No, we got to move this over. Okay. Under $17, you got room down to $16.50 here on SoFi. $16.50 will be your first stop on SoFi, okay? Back over $17.63, you have room up to $18, of course. That is your whole number. But above 18 with a retest, you have room up to $19 on SoFi. Folks, these white lines, you're probably going to hit these every day. Not all of them, but some of them. So make sure you mark these levels down. The more important thing is, in our VIP, we will teach you how to put your own levels in, okay? Because if I'm not live one day, what are you going to do? Uh-oh. The VoshTrading.com, you got to get in that VIP. If you want to learn how to trade, it's that simple. There are a lot of traders are just gambling every day. They have no clue what they're doing. They know that deep down in their subconscious mind, but they still try anyway. And then you're having red months. And then the family gets pissed off when you start losing. So let's fix it. Lebanese and Mr. Dave. Boom! Thank you, my Lebanese. Thank you, my Dave. I appreciate you. Baladares. Thank you so much for that follow. Appreciate it. You ready to hit some roses, my beauties? Are we ready to give a beautiful lady in here a rose? Call her name out. Hand her a rose. Let's go. Tiana Monet. Oh, we got to do PLTR first. We just did Intel. We'll come back to it. Remind me, Miss Monet. All right now, we are in a narrow state on PLTR. We are in position 1 to the downside. We're going to pull this back on the hourly. Just want to match these up. Beauty. It's a beauty. All right, currently right now, we are in a narrow state. You got room down to 153. This area right here is your support level. It's going to be a demand level. That is where they're going to stock up on some buys to the upside, my beautiful, beautiful traders. So watch that area right there at 153. Back over 155.33, we got room up to 156 and 157 on PLTR. What's my monthly P&L? $3.6 million, Chris Schmidt. $3.6 million. Right now, what's your P&L? On INTC, we are in a bearish neutral state, position 1. You have room down to $43 on Intel. Back over $44.50 if you missed it. You got 3 200s up there. $46, Monet. Be careful. That's a doozy. What am I using to see this chart? My eyes. Right here. The eyes let me see it. GDX. All right, currently right now, my beautiful traders, we are in a bearish state on GDX. Yes. Whoa, we're starting to get a little wide here on GDX to the downside. Right now, you're neutral. Starting to get, yeah, you're definitely not. Okay, we got a novice gap here. You got room back up to $92 and $93 on this novice gap here. You see a VIP, the novice gap on GDX. Tesla, yo! Tesla, we are neutral. We're in the whip zone. You got to get back over $400. Whoop! Over that, then you got room up to 406 and 409 on Tesla. Right now, you got room down to 390 on Tesla. 390 on Tesla. Let's hammer some roses, my beauties. TEM, you got it. Tempest AI. I heard Dua Lipa might be doing the halftime show next year. Oh, I love Dua Lipa. That'll be a big one. That'll be a very smart choice. All right, here we go. TEM above 51.19. You got room up to $53. $53 on TEM. Currently, position 1, you got room down to $49.50 and $49 on TEM. See, folks, you don't just get a funny live, amazing trading, amazing education on here. We even give you all kinds of news. Queen Styles, thank you for the share. Appreciate that. Desiree, hello, my Desiree. IWM, bearish position. Well, baby, we got room down to 240.50, and then, of course, 240 right underneath it here on IWM. Currently, right now, our VIP traders know that is your 50% retracement level right here inside this resistance to the upside. All right, this is some major resistance to the upside. So watch this area. Did I like this year's halftime show? Yeah, I just didn't know what was going on. I watched it, thought it was cool. I just didn't know what was actually happening. But it was all right. IONQ, I mean, really, is there any halftime show that's like, wow, anymore? All right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone currently on IONQ. All right, on IONQ, as we pull this back above 33.70, you're going to watch your hold number here of $34. Then you have room up to $34.30 and $34.50. All right, you got some resistance coming back up here. And then ultimately, your end goal here will be $35. But watch these levels right here. These are resistance to the upside in a narrow state. Back under $33. You see this bottom of the whip zone says 33.07. You don't short into $33. And then you got room down to $32. SPX for the Lebanese Eagle. Let it fly, Lebanese. Oh, yeah. All right now we are in a neutral state on SPX. As we pull this back under 67.1407, you got room down to $6,700. Mark that down. Back over 67.27, you'll have room up to 67.56. Kathy, what's up, baby? How are you, my Kathy? A little Lulu. All right, Catherine, this is what we got. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the downside for our Kathy. You don't find many Kathys around this world anymore either. Ever notice that? Like, what happened to Kathy? What'd you name your child? Kathy. Who? Kathy. 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 All right, here we go on Lulu. Lulu, you got room down to 135. I mean, that's what you got, folks. What do you want me to tell you? 135 on Lulu here. Back over 162, you have room up to 164 on the Loosters. Hello, Stavros! SOXL. We love a little SOXL in our lives. The Socceroonies. We got a lot of roses on the board. We got a lot of roses. Make a Voss happy. Make the algo happy. Hammer those things. Right now on SOXL, we are in a narrow state. You are in position 2 to the downside here on SOXL. SOXL back over $55. We got room up to $58 here on SOXL. Currently right now to the downside, you got support here. $54 and $53.72, then $53. Abracadabra. Carvana. All right, Carvana, you are narrow. You are in the whip zone. Yes, it is this morning on Carvana. All right, Carvana back over 315.24. You have room up to 338. I want you to watch this pivot here at 320 though, okay? Watch that pivot here at 320. You're narrow, but just watch that pivot. Okay, my traders, at 320. Above 320 with a retest, you'll have room up to 338. To the downside, you got to get under 307.67. You just have to get under this level for a move down to $300. And that is Carvana, my beauties. Christopher Miller, IWM. IWM, you are narrow. This is currently your move to the downside. Whammo! That is your current move to the downside here on IWM. Right here is your 50% retracement level, right around 249. That could be a very good supply area for more shorts, so keep that in mind on IWM, okay? You ultimately got room down to 240.50. 240.50, 241 area, okay? You got to get back over 250.44 for a move up to 252. Good morning, Jeff. Terry Haynes. Yes, it is. Of course the VIP is open. We have 8 spots left. We had 11 the other day. 8 more spots left to get into that VIP before we close for a little while. Last time we closed for 2 months. You're going to head over to thevostraining.com to get into that VOP. Will you be one of the 8? Will you be one of the 8 to finally learn how to trade the right way? Apple. And you're going to say what everyone else says. Why did I wait so long? I don't know. Let me mark that out, 255. We just showed you last time, but I'm actually going to mark it. Above 254.59, you have room up to 255 and then 256. Here on Apple, you are in a narrow state. Back under 253, you have room down to 252 on Apple. Is this narrow? Yes. On the Apple Roonies. Do we pause subscriptions? No. It's not Netflix. Amazon. Or rather, you just not be in it. Because you're just not, I mean, not to be mean, you're just not committed. All right, here we go. We are in a neutral state, starting to get a little wide there on Amazon. Let's mark this out. See, it's the quality of people we look for, not the quantity. All right, we got room down to 211. You see this area right here? 211 on Amazon. Watch that. Supply area, support level. Back over 215.66. You have room up to 217 on Amazon. Okay, my beauties? So mark that down. What minute chart is this? The 2 minute. That's currently what we're on, but we trade the 2, the 5, the 15, 1 hour, and daily. You must trade on 5 different time frames at the same time, or you're just gambling. Nvidia, let's go. All right, Nvidia, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone currently under 180. You have room down to 180. Back over 183, you have room up to 185. ARM. Yes, it is. Get yourself an ARM. Finish those roses, my beauties. Right now, we are in a narrow state on ARM. We're in the whip zone currently on ARM. All right, let's pull this back. On ARM, under 126. You see the whip zone is 126.33. We want to get under 126 down to 123. All right? So keep that in mind. To the upside, above 128, boom, 129. Got your first level of resistance, and then 131 to the upside here on ARM. A little Tesla Roonies? You want a little Tesla love? Neutral state whip zone under 397. You have room down to 390. Not financial investment or tax advice. For education purposes only. Above 400, you got room up to 406 on Tesla this morning. The hood of Robin. Only one symbol at a time. We do not put two in, please. Robinhood, let's go. That was pretty good on Robinhood, huh? Thank you. All right, Robinhood. We are currently in a narrow state. You are in that bearish position to the downside. Whoa, there's your support. Holy moly, that granddaddy's saying, come to Poppy. Oh, we got a 20. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, here we go on the hood of Robin. Major support here, $75. Who wants to short the hood of Robin into that $75 area? A novice, because they see the gap down. That way, not that way, okay, beautiful traders? Your 50% retracement level currently right now will be $76. If you come back up to $76, you can look for more shorts to the downside. But until then, whoop, that way, okay? Back over $78, you'll have room up to $79.50. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. Myvin, how are you? Thank you, adorable dad, for all those roses. Christopher, Zen Method, Bill Boyle, Marcus, and Candy. Ty Boz, there he is. Christopher Miller, D. Williams. I appreciate all those lovely, lovely roses. What else are we looking at? Uber. All right, currently, Uber, you are narrow in a bearish position. You got room down to $76. That will be your first stop here on Uber. $76 and then $74.50. Coming back to the upside, though, we never know which way did he go. Above 78.66, watch 79. Then you have room up to 79.22 and 79.68. Good to see you, Myvin. How the hell are you, the Myvaroonies? What happened to all the mutants? I missed them. Oh, you? Boeing. We don't even get them on the tubes anymore, these fucking mutants. Where are they? All right, Boeing, we are in a narrow state. All right, the Boeing. Back over 212. We have room up to 216. 216 on Boeing, okay? Right now, you do have room down to 207 on Boeing. Now, watch that pivot right there. 209. You see that little sucker right there? Still a pivot. Watch 209 and then 207 on Boeing. Berkshire Hathaway. We did pretty good again yesterday, huh, Chris? Boom! 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 Look at those levels. Woo! All right, we're narrow on this sucker now. All right, Berkshire Hathaway. Right now, your first stop is 490. 490. If you want to know what is on watch, you have to be in the VIP. 490 and then 488, Mr. Miller. Back over 494, you have room up to 496. Yes, it is on Berkshire. What do you have in the VIP? We have over, well, almost 80 now. 80 hours worth of educational content. I train you every Tuesday night in the VIP. You have access to our course material. You are going to post your trades in the VIP, and I'm going to review them. Huh? Who else reviews your trades? Nobody. The VoshTrading.com is where you're going to go to become a real trader. If you're a gambler and looking for call-outs and alerts, and you want to do illegal things, go somewhere else. Boop. Antonio Lima. Thank you, chick, for the share and the follow. Microsoft. All right, Microsoft. We got room down to 394. 394 here on the mic of Soft. Back over $400, my beauties. You have room up to 402 and 403. The VIP is the best place to be. You got that right. Meal ticket. Leo, thank you for the follow. I had to read that one. That was tricky on the eyes there, meal ticket. AMD. AMD, we are in a narrow state. Position bearish to the downside. Right here is this base. You see this base right here? Let me mark this out. Under this, we got room down to 192 here on AMD. Back over 197. 199 and 202. Of course, always watch the 200 levels, all right? Very important there. XAU, say you. A little XAU for the little Danielle. Let's see what we got here. Right now, Danielle, we are in a wide stay to the downside. What's one place we're not going, Danielle? Down. All right, let's mark this out. Oh, you got a lot of resistance too, man. Woof. It's a doozy. This is a doozy. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I mean, you got to get back over 5,001 up to 5,046 and then 5,090. I would leave this alone right now. This is going to be a choppy mess here for a little while. Adorable Jay Gilbert, Christopher Miller. Yo. Let's go, my beauties. CrowdStrike. Wow, remember that was the next best thing? Whatever happened to this thing? Whatever happened to this thing? Let's see. Holy moly, this thing was the next best thing. To the moon. No. To the moon. No. Oh, this is really it now, boss. To the moon. Goo goo gaga. Remember when this was the next best thing and I told everybody they were nuts? All right, let's see what we got here. I was right again? No. Come on. Come on. Can't be right this much. All right, here we go on CrowdStrike. About 435.27. Watch this base right here, 439. I got to put that base in for you. A lot of you trade into that. Up to 439 and then 451 above the base. This is a base here, 439, okay? We also got room down to 418. 418, Simrat. It's amazing, right? Jesus. Stavros. Bro, how are you, bro? How do you get in the VIP? You're going to head right over here. LINK, that's link, is in the BIO. That is bio. Or just go to the website, thevoshTrading.com, and we look forward to having you in there, bro. All right, bro. Sugar C. AVGO. Oh, we're a lot of fun. You're going to laugh every day in the VIP. I mean, you just never know what I'm going to do. We are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone. Just never vomit in my chat. You vomit in my chat, you go bye-bye. Bye-bye. I give you 3 strikes and you're out. All right, here we go. AVGO above 324. Yeah, I got room up to 330 on AVGO, my beauties. 330 under 319.37. Watch the whole number of 319. You'll have room down to 315 on AVGO. That'll be your first stop. And then 307 is. You're welcome, bro. Vega, Google. Google right now I'm staying away from. We are in a bullish neutral state, bearish position. We're going to whip around until we get narrow. So when you do, you have room down to 304, okay? If to the upside narrow, you'll have room up to 312. Vega! Boom! Boom! What am I watching today? Zero. That is in the VIP. All the alerts and what's on watch is in the VIP chat. SoundHound. All right, we are narrow on SoundHound. We are in the whip zone here on SoundHound. All right, on SoundHound, back over 787. You got room up to $8 and $8.14. All right, on this penny stock, back under 768. You have room down to 750 on SoundHound. Mark those levels down. Let me see the big picture on this. Oh yes. Okay. Remember when my buddy said to me he's getting in SoundHound? Did I tell you this story? He texted me, "I'm getting into SoundHound," when it was doing this. I said, "Don't do it." Why? I said, it's really not going to do anything. Yes, it is. Whammo! Whammo! I'm going to text him today, a matter of fact. I'm going to say, how's that SoundHound doing? How's that SoundHound doing, buddy boy? Forgot about that. Thank you for, I got to write that down. I got to text him today. I'm going to be nice. I'm just going to say, how's SoundHound? All right. I'll give you an update tomorrow. PLTR, let's go. I'm not in it anymore, boss. What happened? It didn't do anything. Oh, boy. All right now, neutral on PLTR. Well, now we're narrow. You got room up to 156 and 157. Under 154.60. Watch this support area down here. There's going to be a lot of buyers there at 153. What are we talking about? Why do we watch the 200 level? It's the granddaddy of them all. You want to see why we watch the 200 level? Anybody? VIP, or should we show them? Should we show them why we watch the 200 level? Boom! 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 We're going short. No, you're not. Boom! Right into the granddaddy of them all. Holy moly! Granddaddy Sal sent you. Boom! Free. Got a whole training on the 200 for you in that VIP. There ain't nothing we don't cover in there that actually means something. But boss, I need to trade my RSI. My RSI. Oh, the doctor called. Yes, he says you have RSI. What? Yeah, you got RSI. Shit. What do we take for that? Antibiotics. That's what we do in the VIP. For all you novices that use RSI, we prescribe antibiotics. All right, here we go. The VIP antibiotic of the Voss effect. Molly, it is time for roll call. Zen Method, Pop Up, Vega, Mr. Miller, Adorable, Dead, Jay Gilbert, Ty Boz, Bro, Myvin, Christopher Miller, Bill Boyle, Zen Method, Candy, Marcus, D. Williams, appreciate you. K. Braden, Michelle Mabel, Jude Cages, the Lebanese Eagle. Let's go. Stevie B, Mr. Dave, there he is. JL Haba, Papa Yoda. Hi, I'm your best friend. Thank you. Paulo, JL, Paulo, and Michelle Blaylen. Stevie B, I appreciate it. Marcus Measy. Mike S, thank you, my brother. Shelley Stringer, let's go. Mr. Capella, Powder, Doniel. Trey Mister, thank you. Official KK, appreciate that. User, I appreciate it, Rasmus World. And the first gifter of the day is Andrew, the Believer. Simret, you're amazing. You're all amazing. Thank you for all the donations today. We love you guys. Remember, folks, it depends how much you love this. If you love trading, the VIP's there to speed up your learning curve and teach you how to professionally trade. If you are using this as a hobby, you're not going to go anywhere as a trader. You're going to wind up blowing up a few accounts and then quitting. So the choice is yours. We're here. We'll teach you how to trade. Make the world a better place. All right, my beauties? Make the world a better place. Give somebody a hug today. You never know who needs it. You never know what they're going through. VIP, we will see you in the chat here in about 3 minutes. Have a great day, everybody. Love you. Fed Day, 2 o'clock. Follow through will be a little weak. $209,000 tips. Yes, it is. Let's go, babies. Let's go. 209,000. 210. I love you guys.